crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh. Hey.
Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine. Pull up, hop out, flexing with the pressure. Someone hit my line, it's my connection with the Tesla. We gon' move the city back to back like it's on. We gon' move the city back to back, we doing extra. Jenny from the block, where you from though? You know it's on side when you come though. Hit it from the side like a drum roll. Hit it from behind like a Congo. Make it shake and let's go. It's a way that we know. You got places to go. Waste no time, let's get on. Only way that you know is for me, cause you know that I go.
Let's go.
Crazy, I go crazy.
Oh.
Crazy for mine, and I'll go crazy. Crazy, I go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy. And I'll go crazy. I'll go crazy. Crazy for mine, I'll go crazy.
Let's go.
Crazy for mine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib, look like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby. If these walls tall, they give you my checklist. You know you shouldn't ask this. Those girls are just practice. I ain't one for the past tense. I'm just trying to get active. Sex game on savage, yeah. Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You know it's crazy, huh? Crazy, 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 huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You know it's crazy, yeah. Crazy, huh?
Let's go.
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh?
Late night,
Sex,
no late.
text.
What's the odds against that? Is that a safe
Bet,
casino?
life,
Al Pacino,
nights,
feeling gangster
Like?
in the crazy pyramid.
dice.
Paradise,
Simon,
when I leave you,
you go.
when I come
You
you.
stay.
That's how it always
Goes.
Fuck the mother,
Niggas,
fuck the mother.
niggas.
Just to get back at
Me.
I ain't touched the mother.
Bitches.
Okay, I did.
So what?
We sin, we forgive, you know.
What?
I ain't God, I just try to act
Like him.
You know how hard it is to
Grow up,
I'm so
grown up,
I act,
so tough.
I hold
Back feelings,
It's gotta be
so rough. You
but you still
hold up,
with a smile on your face, but you're so
tone up.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
Just do it, just do it, just do it,
Just do it.
Mic check.
Just do it. Just do it.
You're acting crazy right now, but when the drums come in, I wonder if you lose it.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another iteration of SNEEK and GEEK Live. I am your host, Atreus, however you want to say it. Over here, let's talk about the mission. We are the nerd world. We cover the entertainment industry movies, TV shows, video games, and we marry it with social issues, political issues. We talk a lot of shit. We have a lot of fun. The mission over here is that the firm belief is that traditional people forget about the arts. They forget about the movies, the TV shows, the video games. That's why the hive mind virus, the woke mind virus, has taken over, because they understand that most of the influence is in the arts. And so over here, we kind of want to spread the nerd world everywhere else. So our dream is to be on bigger shows like Timcast, like maybe even talking to somebody like Matt Walsh one day, Fresh and Fit podcast, whatever the case may be, so we can try to marry the art with the ideology so that we can continue to save pop culture. You get what I'm saying? So welcome back to the show. I want to give a special shout out to ARC, one of the subscribers on the channel, ARC-0606. It was her birthday yesterday, June 6th. So shouts out to you. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Happy belated, because I missed it. Apparently, I didn't know she was in the Discord, and her birthday was yesterday. I didn't know it. Shouts out to everybody who's in the chat. Let me see. Shout out to everybody who's on Rumble. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. So once again, I've written the script because, you know, I don't want to forget about things anymore. We're actually going to get into a video reaction like right off the bat, because something very important, I don't want to say was revealed. So we talked about Matt Walsh and What Is a Woman? And if you watch the documentary, you'll remember that there was a very specific lady in the documentary who was anonymous, and she was a teammate of Leah Thomas, you know, the male swim guy who transitioned to a woman. He was trash when he was swimming with the men, and then he transitioned into a woman, allegedly, and then dominated at Penn State. And so, oh no, it's not Penn State. Is it Penn State? Yeah, Penn State. So, and then, you know, he dominated, and so it created this whole controversy, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And so she has now revealed herself. And so we're going to take a listen to, not the entire interview, because the interview is like 30 minutes long, but there is a portion of it that Matt Walsh actually clipped himself that I think is very important for you to see, and we're going to react to it right now. As soon as I get my shit together. All right. Let's get it. All right.
From the real women on the team. And so, because many of us have wondered, you know, when these men are invading women's sports, why aren't the women on the team, is worth listening to. But I want to play this one part for you, okay? Paula talks about how the university would shut down dissent from the real women on the team. And so, because many of us have wondered, you know, when these men are invading women's sports, why aren't the women on the teams speaking out more? What are they saying behind the scenes? There's no way they're okay with this. How could they be okay with it? Well, I asked her about that, and she talks about it in some detail. And she says that the university had a meeting where they sat all the girls down, and Leah Thomas was not at the meeting. Okay, he wasn't there. And they sat everyone down. They brought in the activists from the campus LGBT center, and they basically told all the girls to fall in line. And also offered them psychological counseling to help heal their mental problems that would cause them to object in the first place. Okay, so there was a real campaign of intimidation, coercion.
All right. You're welcome, ARC. I appreciate you. I wasn't able to make it. No, I did go to his stream. I probably didn't stay the entire time. So, but yeah, though, I go and check it out. And I hope that you're having a better. I know sometimes you're going through it, so I hope that you're having a better year. And peace and love to you. Okay.
And this sort of psychological manipulation and gaslighting that went on to make the girls on the team feel crazy for not being okay with having a naked man in the locker room or having their opportunity stolen from them by a man competing on the team. And that campaign was apparently very effective. So here she is talking a little bit about that. Listen.
So prior to that meeting, I would have one-on-one conversations with pretty much everyone on the team. Say, hey, like, you know.
By the way, she is very attractive. Well, not very attractive. Attractive.
I don't think this is right. Yeah, I don't think it's right either. Another teammate actually said to me, I think Leah's record should have an asterisk. Or someone said, I think Leah should compete exhibition. Or, you know, I don't think this is going to go on for much longer. Like, someone's going to step in and end this. And I had these conversations with so many of my teammates. I would say most people on the team had this opinion. And then after that meeting, they really scared us. It was scary. And I was petrified. I went home that night and I called my brother on the phone and I said, can I even talk about this with you? Like, is there something wrong with me for thinking that this is wrong? Whatever, like, it worked. The university wanted us to be quiet and they did it in a very effective way. Like, they continue to just tell us that our opinions were wrong and that if we had an issue with it, we were the problem. And it's frightening and your future job is on the line and everything else you want to accomplish. So of course it worked. And then after that point, no one would talk about it anymore. Like, if they effectively, you know, silenced us even within talking to each other.
She also tells, and again, you can go to Twitter or YouTube and find the interview.
You saw what she had to say there, right? That, and you got to think about this from the perspective of a woman. You know what I'm saying? To have an entire organization like Penn State literally telling you to keep your mouth closed about it when you know it's wrong. We're talking about men, okay, biological men competing with women in their sports, and they're coming in and telling you you're going to be quiet about it. You got to watch the entire interview because it's crazy to me. Now, I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking they're forcing them to be quiet because they want to continue to get those ESG points so they can continue to get those loans from BlackRock or Vanguard or whatever the case may be, which we're going to get into, by the way, in a second. And I'll let you know what I'm talking about. But let's continue to see.
I think it's about 30 minutes long. The whole story is worth hearing. There's a lot more there about what they did to these women. She gives one specific example of a teammate of hers who was very against this, and she said, "Hey, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to someone. I'm going to have a meeting with the administration and speak up." And she did, and then she came back, and it was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was she came back and she said, "Well, this is actually a really good thing. It's really beautiful."
That's another thing that's extremely scary, right? You're talking to somebody whom you both agree on a particular subject, and you're both saying this is wrong, we need to do something about this, and that person decides to go into the office and talk to an official about, you know, their problems or how they feel about the situation. And when that person comes back, their entire mind is changed. It's like everything they were saying before, they're saying the complete opposite, as if they were brainwashed. That's about as scary, right? That's about as scary as, I don't know if y'all remember that story. And maybe y'all don't. Y'all probably don't even know about this story. Let me bring it up. So there was a TikToker. Who disappeared. There was a TikToker who disappeared, right? I'm gonna pull this up over here. So there's a TikToker who disappeared. I'm just gonna pull this over here for a second. We're gonna get back to the video. So he was like this fashion dude online. He looks real sweet, but ignore the fact that he looks sweet. All right. He was a fashion guy. He used to come up with all of these fashion designs on TikTok, and he was famous for doing that. And then what happened was that Balenciaga showed off a fashion design that he felt was stolen from him. He felt like they got it from his TikTok. And so he started to complain about it. And then he explored the option of taking Balenciaga to court. And so Balenciaga reached out to him and said, hey, you know, we apologize. We'll fly you in and we can discuss whatever. And then he was never heard from again. And then boom, this pops up in a Balenciaga store. Now, this person says the mannequin is a past model named Chris. They both just have twists and they're black. They look nothing alike. Chris has also gone live saying he is alive and well. They're saying deep fakes exist. And that's fine. I don't know though. I don't know. So, but the idea of it is scary. So when you have somebody go into the office and say, I'm going to complain about something, and then they return as if they never had a complaint about, man, that's scary. That's scary. Hypnotic is in the chat. What's up, my guy? I appreciate you for stopping by. So yeah, though, bro, like, if you say you go, once again, imagine going into the office and you say, I'm gonna complain about this, and then you come back a completely different person, like, oh yeah, this is amazing, this is great. That's scary. Let's continue.
Powerful that Leah is here. Change just like that on a dime. The CEO of Innovation Refunds and Get Refunds. There's no upfront. So go to Get. Really struck me. And I remember this the first time we talked to Paula back for the interview. And she even admits that she herself began questioning her own judgment and common sense. She started to think, well, am I wrong here? As everyone around me is affirming it, and all the authority figures are affirming it, and the school is, and I look around on campus, it's all affirming it and saying this is good. And so am I the crazy one? Now you might hear that and think, well, you have to be very weak-minded to question. But no, not at all. This is
for the record, for the ladies out there, it is not weak-minded for a woman to question, like women. It's the nature of a woman to kind of go with the crowd. You get what I'm saying? It's not on a woman to really like be brave like that unless it's in regards to her children. Not saying that a woman can't be brave, but a woman's not obligated to do that. So typically what happens is how businesses and different organizations pressure women is they make women think that going against the grain has deep social ramifications, whether it's right or wrong. This is how feminism became such a big deal. Even if you don't agree with feminism, it's hard for a woman, it's hard not to agree with feminism when all of the women in your vicinity are riding with it. It's men who typically, like, a man, if he believes in one thing, he don't give a fuck if there's 100 men around him who believe in the opposite. He gonna stand 10 toes down and like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. This is what I believe. And that's not, I want to reiterate, that's not a negative on women. That's just the nature of the beast. Women are very social creatures in that isolation isn't something that they want. And so in this particular situation, she was questioning herself because she knew that Leah Thomas competing against the women was wrong, but the entire organization pretty much coerced them. Boy, let me just continue with the video, man.
Impact of people being made to feel isolated. And you know, when the messaging all around you is like, this is okay, this is good, this is okay, this is good, and they're beating you over the head with it, eventually it starts to break down your psychological defenses. And then on top of it, because she also talks about this in the interview, and I think this is one of the reasons why this sort of thing is especially effective on women, is that if you are a, an empathetic person, and you care about other people, you want other people to feel good and be happy and all that, not only are they manipulating you and they're intimidating you and coercing you and they're gaslighting you, but they're also playing on that. They're taking advantage and exploiting that. They're taking, and it's so sinister because they're taking something that's good about you, which is that you're compassionate, you're empathetic, and you care about people, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings. And that's a good thing, and they're turning it against you.
Which is why women need to bite the bullet and understand you need toxic, misogynistic men to help you fight this war. Because we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit. Men do not give a shit. Hypnotic does not give a shit. Reed, shout out to Reed over on Rumble. He doesn't give a shit. You need toxic, masculine, misogynistic men, because let's be keeping it a bean. Y'all love misogynistic men. Y'all need us to help y'all fight this because we don't give a shit. We get it. Y'all are empathetic. You are passionate. You care about other people. You don't want to see nobody's feelings get hurt. You want everybody to feel included. But guess what? We don't. And we're willing to pull out a sword or fall on the sword to get out there and protect what we believe in. That is our job. That's why y'all got to stop getting in our fucking way and let us do what the fuck men are supposed to do in order to protect you, our children, and our country. Because this ain't it. This is not it at all. Facts. Let us fight the war. Stop getting in our way. Stop telling us how to be men. Let us fight this. It's not on you to fight Leah Thomas and the transgenders fighting women in the octagon and running against you in relays and on the track. It's on us, but you got to get out of our fucking way. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to give up the power you have in society. So, in my opinion, until women agree to get the fuck out of the way and let us fight the wars and let us be men and do what our job is to do, which is to protect you, our children, and this country, then we're going to let you fight this on your own. I mean, Matt Walsh isn't. Matt Walsh is deep in this war. Matt Walsh ain't backing down. So yeah. So that's that. We're gonna give Matt Walsh a break. All right. Shout out to ARC who says she has to check out. She's getting ready to go mod. I appreciate you for stopping by. You enjoy the rest of your day. I hope your day gets better. And once again, happy belated birthday. All right. And yes, you're right, Reed. Yes, I finally did a script. For the record, Reed, I actually had a script on Monday. All right. I had a script on Monday. But, you know, you're right. Finally got a script. So, all right. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere else. By the way, announcement. I think I'm going to start streaming on Twitch and Kick starting tomorrow. It'll be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometime on the weekend, Saturday and Sundays. So Tuesdays, Thursdays. Yeah. I just got Diablo 4. So tomorrow we will start playing Diablo 4 on Twitch and Kick. And I'm thinking, no, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. What y'all think? Yeah, we'll do Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. So anyway, okay, where we going next? Let's see. All right, so let's talk about this. It's a little small story. I mean, this one's no big deal. Marvel announces Captain America 4 retitled as Brave New World. After it was originally called New World Order. Marvel Studios announced Tuesday morning via its Twitter account that the fourth Captain America installment and the first to feature star Anthony Mackie as the lead is now called Brave New World. The news came alongside behind-the-scenes photo of stars Mackie and Harrison Ford. Last July, the studio announced the film was originally subtitled New World Order. Brave New World comes on the heels of the events of Endgame and the Disney Plus series of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the former blah, 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 blah. We already know that. So why are they changing this? Well, it's probably got a lot of political ramifications to it. New World Order does not sound good with all of the things that's going on in society today. Between the transgender stuff and the, climate change and Trump and BlackRock and all of this stuff, New World Order probably just wasn't a good. I mean, it sound good, right? But you know, it's probably for the best. Okay. I don't think this is a big deal. I know a lot of people on YouTube are trying to. Well, I don't want to say trying, but they're trying to spin it as though this is kind of like some L for Disney. I don't really know about that. I just think it's a now what it could, because it says Brave New World. What does that mean? I don't know. Brave New World meaning what, right? Is there going to be trans people? Like, I'm just thinking about all the new stuff that's going on. And you can see some of the reactions on Twitter to this. Right? I'm thinking titling it New World Order would have energized people on the far right a lot. And Hollywood is obviously liberal, so they wouldn't want that. Giving it the title Brave New World allows them to avoid that scenario. There you go. Because apparently conspiracy theories are only for people on the far right. Let's see. How is Sam playing Captain America with no super serum? Dude about to get his chest caved in by a regular villain. My biggest issue is he won't be able to whip that shield with the velocity and accuracy needed to be anywhere near as effective as Cap. I don't like this. New World Order was better. It sounded more ominous. Yeah, it did. Someone told Kevin Feige to stop giving away the UN's plot. Oh, damn. But all I can see is the Falcon. Is Cap going to be in it? Also, why is Falcon holding Cap's shield? Here's another thing. There's a lot of discussion about whether or not Sam Wilson is actually Captain America, and you got a lot of those not my Captain America types. My thing is Falcon became Captain America in the comics. So I don't understand why so many people are upset about that. Bucky became Captain America in the comics as well. But in the context of the MCU, with all that Bucky has done, it would have made no damn sense for him to be Captain America. Steve was a goody two-shoes, no flaws, you know what I'm saying, never committed a crime. You know, morally solid kind of dude. That's not Bucky. And here's the thing. I will agree, though, that they did not develop Sam Wilson enough as an underling for him to take over as Captain America. We should have known more about him. We should have gotten more opportunities with him instead of him, because he was really just a sidekick as opposed to a side character, right? You never got to know much about him. The only thing you got was he was in the military and he was funny. That's it. So, and then what you did get to learn about him was in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which, let's be honest, did many people watch that? Probably not. Anyway, that's that. So we'll move on from that. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal whatsoever. Shinobi on your left is about all we got. You're right. That's all we got. On your left. That's literally all we got. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he was in the military. That's about it. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully they'll, you know, develop him more in the movie. And hopefully it's a good movie. That's the thing. It's got to be first. It's got to be a good movie. And please stop. Don't ever give us another lecture on why a black man and a Captain America. Don't do that shit no more. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of, let's stick to the theme of Marvel because this is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Where is it? What did I do with it? Here it is. Here it is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, y'all remember last year, Thor Love and Thunder came out. And it was not received well. It wasn't received well. That's just a fact. But and Taika, and it's also known that Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to work with Taika Waititi no more. Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder was a box office hit with 760 million. Cap, it was not. I did the math on last stream. I did the math on live stream, but we can do the math again. We can see whether or not it was a hit, right? Let's see whether or not it was a hit. Okay. Thor, Love and Thunder, budget. So the Thor, Love and Thunder budget was $250 million. On the low end, we're going to assume the budget was 150, even though I would argue that, not the budget, the marketing budget. I would argue that the marketing budget was probably along the lines of 200 million, but we'll say 150 million, right? That's $400 million. Now let's assume it made 800 million, right? The theaters get 40% of the cut. That's 320 million. So that 800 you made, 320 million of that went to the theaters. You bring in 480 million. You only made an $80 million profit. Now you tell me, do you spend $400 million on a film to make only $80 million? No. You spend 400 million on a film because you're hoping that you can profit, you can take home at least the amount of that you spent on the movie. So you at least want to not only make your money back, but then make the amount you spent on the movie, so 250 million. Well, they didn't even make 800. They didn't even make $800 million. They made 760 million. So saying that it's a flop, fuck out. I mean, saying that it's a hit, fuck out of here. Well, no damn hit. 760 million. That means you probably took home about 400 and matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do the math. 700 304, so 304 million, so $456 million. So you spent 400 million on the movie. You spent 400 and whatever. You get what I mean. 400 million on the movie, and you only brought in $56 million. Yeah, all right. You barely broke even. And that's assuming that you didn't spend 200 million on the marketing budget. But anyway, but a lot of Marvel fans were turned off by writer-director Taika Waititi's silly humor and the film's unappealing visual effects. Thor actor Chris Hemsworth is aware of the negativity around his fourth Thor movie, and he even admitted in a new GQ magazine profile that Love and Thunder was too silly for its own good. I think we just had too much fun. It just became too silly. Hemsworth said about the movie, "It's always hard being in the center of it and having any real perspective. I love the process. It's always a ride, but you just don't know how people are going to respond." Hemsworth said his biggest critics were his son's friends It's a bunch of 8-year-olds critiquing my film. We thought this one had too much humor. The action was cool, but the VFX weren't as good. He said, I cringe and laugh equally at it. Boy, imagine you spend 2 years on a piece of art thinking this shit finna be fire. Shout out to Shinobi, who said all that did was show how much better physically Cap was. Facts. Been reading comics since 1988 and really stopped buying Marvel about 15 years ago. And that's pretty much where everybody else says the comic industry collapsed. And shouts out to Honey, who's in the chat. But imagine working on a film for 2 years thinking it's finna be a banger. Really 3 years. This finna be a banger. I'm Thor. I'm coming fresh off of Infinity War, where you had Bring Me Thanos. Oh, I'm the strongest Avenger. Debatable. I would have said Hulk was the strongest Avenger until he got his colon cleansed by Thanos in Infinity War. I mean, he just got his colon completely cleansed. I mean, Thanos bit him over, lathered his hand up, and said, whew, that was hard. And they never redeemed Hulk. And so can you even take Hulk serious? I'm going off on a tangent. That's unimportant. But you think you finna drop a banger. Thor Love and Thunder is finna be a banger. And we got our diversity and inclusion. We got female King. We got female Thor. Oh, this finna be a banger. It releases. Flop. Everybody hates it. Oh, that's got to be gut-wrenching. And now you at home, sitting on your couch, looking like Fat Thor for real, drinking a beer, and it's some 8-year-olds sitting over here like, well, that shit was garbage, trash. We didn't like it. The VFX was terrible. It was too silly. Thor wasn't badassery enough. Oh, my goodness. That's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. But that's what happens. And to be fair, when they did Thor Ragnarok, it hit. So obviously, if you're Taika Waititi and you're Chris Hemsworth and you're looking at Thor 4 flop, why isn't this hitting but that's because y'all dialed it to 11. Thor Ragnarok was good because it was a change of pace. But see, notice how Captain America, each movie did a change of pace that was fresh and new, right? You had the first Captain America, which was like this World War II movie. Then you had the second one, which was like this conspiracy theory, thriller, double agent movie or some shit like that. And then you had Captain America 3, was basically a mini Avengers, right? I don't know what the fuck Love and Thunder was supposed to be. And the biggest crime that Thor Love and Thunder commits is what they did to Gore, the fucking God Butcher, man. I mean, this is what we got, right? And like, listen, Christian Bale, you know, he's nice. This is what we could have had. Look at this. And look at this. You had the option to do something absolutely amazing, and you fucked it up. You never showed us anything about, you didn't show us him killing gods. You didn't show us, man, it was just absolutely terrible. It was terrible. It was completely terrible. And so it is what it is. All right. That's Chris Hemsworth. I don't know if he's going to play Thor ever again. But I don't know. All right. Let's check in on everybody in the chat. All right, we good over there. Let's check on Rumble. Okay, we're good on Rumble. All right, make sure y'all hitting the like button. We have reached 13 likes, so shouts out to everybody who hit the like button. I appreciate you. Let's get it. What we got next? Let's talk about the Little Mermaid again. And every time I think we're done with the Little Mermaid, it just keeps coming back. Why does it keep coming back? Because it just keeps getting juicier and juicier. The Little Mermaid gets doused in China, South Korea after racist backlash. The Little Mermaid's box office drop is horrible for Disney's live action remakes. While the Little Mermaid flop sparks debate on racism casting. I mean, but where's that Roots one? First of all, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted anyway. Thomas Rhett took his daughters to see The Little Mermaid, and their experience proves representation matters. Yeah, now they trying to bury the articles. The Little Mermaid bombs at the Chinese box office, reportedly after racist backlash. I mean, you can't make this, but where's that Roots article, though? That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Did they delete it? Oh, here it is. No. Did they delete the article? I know they didn't. Oh, okay. Can you guess why The Little Mermaid is a huge hit, but not in China? Once again, propaganda. The Little Mermaid is not a huge hit. It's flopping. By the way, she looks good. I'm digging the outfit, but whatever. According to Box Office Mojo, Disney's live-action remake The Little Mermaid has only grossed $3.6 million in mainland China since it opened there on May 26. The Chinese box office tracker in data confirmed that the film made 19.5 million yuan, 2.7 million in its first 5 days. In comparison, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse made 20 million in the first 5 days after its release. Additionally, the South Korean Little Mermaid has made 4.4 million since May 24th. Blah, 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 blah. We get it. Ultimately, the issue forced IMDb to warn an unusual... Okay, whatever. Internationally, The Little Mermaid has grossed around 327 million, with 186 million of that amount being domestic and 141 million coming from international fans. China boasts the world's second largest box office, but hasn't contributed much since fans were upset by Haley's casting. A different Chinese movie review and box office tracking platform users complained about Bailey's race and it being a major factor in them not supporting the movie. The film hasn't opened in Japan yet, but social media and online forums reiterate racist hate for Ariel being black. Listen, I guess y'all aren't going to comment on the fact that Miles Morales is black too, but seems to be doing better overseas. Y'all ain't gonna comment on that at all. Y'all just gonna keep pushing this whole racist narrative. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point. You lost, okay? We told you, stop race swapping, and we won't have an issue. And here's the thing. The entire point of the Little Mermaid, the entire point of the Little Mermaid is to invoke nostalgia. Or am I tripping? It's to invoke nostalgia. Well, how am I going to get that nostalgia feeling if the entire character is not what I expected her to look like? It just makes no sense. Okay? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And by the way, I want to reiterate. The Little Mermaid is flopping, okay? We can even take a quick little look at Box Office Mojo. Ain't no way. Nah, that can't be it. Box Office Mojo. $338 million worldwide, ladies and gentlemen. And this is about to be its third weekend. It ain't looking good. It's not looking. Look at that drop. 80%. June 5th, that thing dropped 80%. June 2nd, that thing dropped nearly 70%. Holy. What about Miles Morales? Why can't I type, bro? $236 million. And it's going into its second week. Yeah. So, hey. We're going to see. All right, we're done with that. Let's get into our final topic of the day. This one's going to be a doozy. Let me check up on these. We got Cult Classic Cage in the building. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for stopping by. I look forward to streaming with you on Sunday. I cannot wait. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I will be on Cult Classic Cage's channel on Sunday reacting to the Xbox Showcase. So, if you want to check that out, go subscribe to her channel. And you know, make it do what it do. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Final subject. You gotta be kidding me. I remember yesterday waking up, checking Twitter, and I saw that Juicy Smollett was trending. I didn't even check to see why. Juicy Smollett and Elliot Page were trending. Before we get into it, we got to do a classic reaction. Because some of y'all may not know what I mean by Juicy Smollett. But you all know the story of Juicy Smollett. So we got to do a reaction. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. We got to do a reaction. Let's get it, y'all. Uh-oh. There is nobody in Chicago walking around with MAGA hats on. I'm just keeping it a bean with you, just in case y'all didn't know. Very quiet. I remember first hearing about it, and my first initial thoughts were, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Why would somebody do that, right? But then I thought about it. And then I thought about it. Uh-oh. I might have did a oopsie. Uh-oh. We might have did a oopsie. We've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. Uh-oh. We might have did an oopsie. We couldn't react to that? Okay, fair enough. We're going to play it anyway. If you still... Yeah, we definitely... Yeah. This stream... Oh, boy, I'm surprised they didn't took this stream down. Oh, well, you get the point. Point is, Juicy Smoulier was... hilarious. So anyway, you got this situation popping off with Elliot Page. Elliot Page reveals chilling transphobic attack outside of LA hotel. I'm going to fucking gay bash you. You get what I'm saying? Actor Elliot Page has shared he was verbally attacked and threatened by a crazed transphobic man who shouted that he was the reason I need a gun in Los Angeles last year. Page, 36, was standing on the corner in West Hollywood on his way to the Pink Dot convenience store when the enraged and hateful stranger approached him, shouting obscenities. I'm going to fucking gay bash you, you burger, the man yelled, forcing the actor to bolt toward the store in fear. What freaking transphobe you know tells you that they're going to gay bash you before doing it? Hey, you, I'm about to gay bash you, you burger. That don't even make sense. Have you lost your mind? How stupid do you think we are? How stupid do you think we are? You gotta be, hey, I'm gonna gay bash you. You idiot. You're an idiot. How stupid do you think we are, bro? And you can come over here, you can see these the reactions to this. This is what happens when mental illness creeps into our country. Libs of TikTok says, and then the attacker yelled, "This is MAGA country." You can't make this shit up. Shout out to Chrissy Meyer. I love Chrissy. Big fan. Uh-oh. Did I lose y'all? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They probably nuked my stream. I ain't gonna hold you. They probably nuked the shit out of my stream. Not that it was making that much of an impact anyway. The chances of this happening in LA is low as fuck, especially in any area someone this rich would stay in. A person who gay bashes is not going to give you a warning they're about to do it. This type of obvious lie keeps the community in perpetual state of fear. Disgusting. As a homophobe, this isn't even how we talk. Woo. Yo, this is a sickness of the highest order because this makes no sense. You couldn't have thought anybody was going to believe this, but we know why she did it. I mean, I'm sorry, he. Uh-oh, I just missed it. Oh, yeah, this stream is definitely getting nuked. I just misgendered somebody. Hold on. Because this is what we know why she did it. I mean, goddamn, I did it again. Because Elliot Page has a new book out. This is why. June 6th. The book dropped yesterday. Way to drum up some publicity, Elliot. Way to drum up, I mean, not news. Way to jump. This is why people like this. This is what, you want to know what really happened to Elliot Page? Ellen Page. This is what he used to look like. You want to know what happened? You want to know why she decided to change genders? We know why. her ass was getting old. She was getting old. She wasn't getting that desire that she used to get in Hollywood all the time. And she decided to transgender. She decided to change genders. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you what it is. A lot of women fear getting older, which is why they fight. Tooth and nail, Botox, makeup, surgeries, all of those things to fight against it. And so instead of her taking Botox or anything like that, she decided to change genders. Because I guarantee you, as a young 20-something-year-old woman, she wasn't doing none of this shit. She was living her life happy as a straight woman, maybe dibbling and dabbling in a little bit of vagina every now and again. But then when she got old, when she hit the dirty 30 and that wall hit, all of a sudden she got to buy her own drinks. All of a sudden she's not getting offered opportunities, you know what I'm saying, for being attractive. And it's like, well, I might as well transition to being a guy. That's just my speculation. But, you know, I could be wrong. But this is funny. I mean, Elliot, you got to be out your rabbit ass mind if you thought America was this stupid to believe this. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? Anyway, that concludes the show for today, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're good to go. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Shouts out to everybody who came through. Shout out to ARC. Happy birthday to you. Shinobi. I appreciate you for coming. Honey, I appreciate you for stopping by. Cult Classic Cage. Always love. Reach over on Rumble. I appreciate you for stopping by, and everybody who's watching on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. Once again, guys, I will be streaming tomorrow Diablo on Kick and Twitch, and probably Rumble. I was going to start a gaming channel on Rumble, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to stream without at least 25 followers, so that's not going to happen. So I appreciate y'all for stopping by.